Alright, guys, last segment here. So far, I won Spencer Denison $264,920. So let's see where I can win them in Jeopardy.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Business and industry.
Business and industry, okay.
I sentence you.
Okay.
Bible belts.
Okay.
Our founding fathers.
Founding fathers, okay.
Meet the Robinsons.
Okay.
And science. All right, let's get back into
Bible
this.
belts for 200.
In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says that if someone smiteth you here, offer also the other. Player 1.
What is the cheek?
Yep.
Bible belts
We
for
return to you.
400.
After striking down his brother in Genesis, this man said, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." Player 1.
Who is king?
That's correct.
Bible belts
Player
for
1.
600.
In Numbers chapter 20, after the Israelites complained, Moses smote one of these twice, and water came out. Let's hear it, player 1.
Where's the rock? Bible belts for
Player 1.
800.
In a book named for Moses' successor, this man smites the Gibeonites, the Hebronites, and the Eglonites. Okay,
Where's
player
Joshua?
1. That's correct.
Bible belts
We
for
return to
1,000.
In Judges, Samson whopped on 1,000 Philistines with this part of an ass.
Where's the jaw of an ass?
Let's hear it, player 1.
Yeah, the jawbone, I should say, of an ass.
Select again.
Alright, that was easy. Let's go with business and industry for 200.
In Forbes magazine's 2010 list of billionaires, this Omahan was number 3, behind Carlos Slim and Bill Gates.
I don't know.
Here's the correct response. Warren Buffett.
Okay, Warren Buffett, okay.
Player 1.
400.
In 1990, United Brands changed its name to this, to take advantage of its name recognition as a banana producer. Yes, player 1.
There's Chiquita.
That's right. Way to go. Select again. Legend has it that the design of this company's Monsieur Bibendum logo was inspired by a pile of rubber tires. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Goodyear? That's not Goodyear.
Anyone else?
Alright, shoot.
Player 3?
That's Mitchell.
Incorrect. Any other takers? Yes, player 2. Yeah, good. All right, let's get back into this. Player 2 has... Here's Kelly.
Named for the implication that it brought some rationality to an exuberant market, it's a downward move by generally rising prices.
I'm going to try it.
It's player 1.
What is a decline?
No, sorry.
Okay,
Any other
I can't be
takers?
losing any more money if I don't really know it.
Here's the correct response. A correction.
A correction, okay.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. In 1978, he was fired as the president of Ford, only to become the new president of Chrysler.
I'm gonna try it.
Yes, player one.
Who is Lee Iacocca?
That's it. Where do we begin, player one?
Okay, let's go with science for 200.
The third law of thermodynamics implies that a system can never be brought to this temperature point. Player one.
What is absolute zero?
That's it.
Science
You get
for
to pick
400.
it. In 2006, Israeli scientists claim to have created the ball type of this stormy phenomenon using a microwave oven. Yes, player one.
What is hail?
Any
Think
other
it's
takers?
lightning. Dang it.
Let's hear it, player three. Correct. Player three, where do we start? Here's Kelly to start us off.
Symbolized lambda, the total distance covered by one complete cycle of oscillation from peak to peak or trough to trough is called this.
I used to remember this. I'll remember
Let's hear
when I
it,
see
player one.
choices. Was wavelength.
Player one,
And-
we went underground to learn this unit is equal to about 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd power molecules of a substance. Let's hear it, player one.
What is a mole?
We returned. In 2007, Intel announced a new, faster chip design replacing this 14th element with hafnium.
Staying away from this one.
The correct response is silicon.
Right, silicon.
Player one.
All right,
you
let's
pick
go
again,
with
please.
our founding fathers.
Here's
too.
Kelly to start us off.
The southwest wall of the Thomas Jefferson Memorial displays an excerpt from this document, of which Jefferson was the primary author.
It's player
Was
one.
the Declaration of Independence?
Good.
Our founding
Player
fathers.
one. At
400.
age 15, he was a bell ringer at the Old North Church. 25 years later, he told the church sexton to light 2 lanterns.
I'll try it.
Yes, player one.
Who is Paul Revere?
Good.
Our founding
Please pick
fathers.
again. He
600.
served jointly with William Hunter as Postmaster General of the colonies from 1753 to 1761. Here's the correct response. Benjamin Franklin.
Of course, I could have buzzed in on that.
You get to pick
Yeah.
it. On April 24th, 1778, this naval hero captured the Drake, the first British ship defeated in war by an American ship. Here's the correct response. John Paul Jones.
Okay, let's finish this category out.
Player one, before he was on the $10
Okay,
bill,
I got this one.
first Treasury Secretary was one of the 39 signers of the Constitution.
Who
Player
is
one,
Alexander Hamilton?
is correct. Player one, you pick again.
All right, let's do I census you 200.
It's used in abbreviations and initials as well as to end sentences. Yes, player one.
With a period.
Right.
I census you
Player
for
one.
400.
Burton Braley contradicted himself and wrote, "This is a word you mustn't end a sentence with." Player one.
With a preposition.
That's correct. You get to pick again.
600.
I did it, did you do it, or do it. It's the imperative sentence. Yes, player one.
Crap. I did it. Was I did it?
That's not
I
right.
used to always get that
Anyone
confused.
else?
The imperative and declarative.
The correct response
You do
is
it.
do it.
Or do it is the imperative. Okay.
You again.
Player
This
one.
type of sentence has multiple independent clauses and no dependent clauses.
I'm going to try it. Let's see what it is.
Player one.
Was a compound sentence
Yes.
without buzzed in. I sent
Player
this you
one.
for
The name of this punctuation mark comes from a Greek word meaning piece cut off. Here's the correct response. The comma.
Okay, comma.
Player one.
All right,
Pick
Mika
again.
Robinson's for 200.
In 1947, he shattered baseball's color line. Let's hear it, player
It was
one.
Jackie Robinson.
Good for you. We return to you like a famous mister of song. It was the nickname of tap dancer Bill Robinson. Here's the correct response. Bojangles.
Okay.
Player one.
Take it.
This Motown legend co-wrote My Girl and Tears of a Clown.
It
Player
was
one.
Smokey Robinson.
Good for you. Player one. In 1951, he defeated Jake LaMotta to become middleweight boxing champ. It's
It was
player
Sugar
one.
Ray Robinson.
Good.
And the belly double was there.
And the last clue for $1,000.
I want to keep the lead, so I'm going to just bid 200.
It's the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now. What'll it be? All right, here's your clue. Emmanuel Goldenberg was the real name of the Robinson who used this first name on the stage.
With Engelberg.
You are still in first place, though. Here's the correct response. Edward.
Edward, okay. Alright, let's see if we
Okay,
can
you
keep
have
this lead so I can get
Place, which means
Spencer a $25,000 bonus.
in the Double Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. A century of reign. The British invasion. World capitals. Make no mistake. Flowers. And language lab.
These are tough.
Where do we
Let's
begin,
see.
player three? England's Henry VIII.
I'm going to take a guess.
Okay, player one.
I want to say, what is the 5th? What's the 16th? I didn't go with 15th.
Okay, let's get back into this.
Let's
Player
go with,
one, you make the next selection.
world capitals.
Budapest is the capital of Hungary. This is the capital of Romania. Okay, player one.
Where's Bucharest?
Good for you.
World capital.
The capital of India is not pronounced Calcutta or Calicut, but this way. Let's hear it, player one.
What is go with my first gut. Where's Mumbai?
Sorry. Any other takers?
Probably New Delhi.
Here's what we wanted. New Delhi.
Right.
Player one. This world capital is on the island of Java. It's player one.
Was Jakarta.
Right. You get to pick it. Laid out in 1874, the botanical gardens in this capital have an observatory with a statue of Tycho Brahe. Let's hear it, player three. Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? It's player one.
Was Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Finnish world capital.
You get to
for
pick.
2000.
This city on the Malay Peninsula is the capital of Malaysia. It's player
What
one.
is Kuala Lumpur?
That's correct. Select again.
Okay, let's do flowers for 400.
This country isn't out of kilter with the thistle as its national flower. Let's hear it, player one.
Was Scotland?
Good. Select again.
Flowers
On
in-
March 22nd, 1994, the Dutch ambassador to the United States gave her a new tulip named for her. We're talking about Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Didn't know that.
Please pick again.
1200.
One of the days.
I just want to keep the lead. 200.
In the lead. What'll it be? The clue. Singularly speaking, the bright blue cornflower is known as this button.
What is the blue bonnet button?
However, you keep your lead. Here's the correct response. The bachelor button. Player one, back to you. Let's get Jimmy's assistance on this clue.
Also called galanthus, it's among the earliest garden flowers to blossom in spring.
It's player two. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I will.
Okay, player one.
Was a snowdrop.
Right you are. Player one.
that's a-
Bloom forms of this large hardy perennial include spoon, quill, and pom-pom. Yes, player three. On the plus side again. A lot of clues, a lot of categories, player three. Make us in Roman myth, Nenia, whose name means dirge, presided over these ceremonies. Let's hear it, player one.
My weddings?
Sorry, that's
My first
Any other
thought.
takers?
2.
yes, player two. You got it. All right, let's get back into this. Player two has control. In Egyptian myth, the god Khnum made humans on a potter's wheel using silk from this river. Player one,
It's Egypt, so I'm thinking, what is the Nile River?
you are correct. A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Okay, I'm
Player
going to
one,
go with
make a selection.
the British Invasion
The
4.
first track on the Beatles' second album was a Chuck Berry song that told this composer to roll over. Yes, player
was
one.
Beethoven.
Yes. Player one. Here's Sarah to start us off.
Brian Jones played the humble kazoo on this band's 1967 Between the Buttons album, though not on the hit Ruby Tuesday.
Here's the correct response. The Rolling Stones.
Oh, should have known that.
Player
The
one.
British Invasion
The
4.
Searchers told us that Madame Ruth had a pad down on 34th and Vine where she sold this. Here's what we were looking for. Love Potion number 9.
Shoot!
Player 1. This man's pacemakers included Leslie McGuire, John Chadwick, and Freddie Marsden. Here's what we were looking for. Jerry Marsden.
Let's finish this off.
Player 1. Reg Presley not only sang lead on this Trogs hit, he played the ocarina as well.
Yeah. This category,
Here's what
I'm not good at.
Wild Thing. You again, Player 1.
All right, let's go with the City of Rain.
Germany's Wilhelm I. Okay, Player 2. No, that's not right. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player 1?
I'm going to try with the 17th.
Sorry.
The 19th century Daggett.
Anyone else? It's Player 3. Yes. Player 3, make a selection, please, as we continue. Most languages of Western Europe get their words for read and write from this language's leggere and scribere. Okay, Player 1.
Was French.
No.
What?
Anyone else care
Well,
to
it
try
sounded
to
like-
correct response?
Sounded French to me.
We're talking about Latin.
Latin, okay.
We return to you, Player 3. Hochdeutsch is the modern standard form of this language. Let's hear it, Player 1.
I'm going to take a guess, say, what is German?
Hey, you're right. Okay, let's get back into
Century
this.
of
Player
Reign,
1.
12.
England's William I. Okay, Player 1.
Where's the 12th century?
Sorry, that's...
Damn it.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Okay, Player 3. Yep. Player 3, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? Italy's Victor Emmanuel III, 45 years of it. Yes, Player 3? No, sorry. Anyone else? It's Player 1.
Where's the 20th century?
Right. All right, let's... France's Louis XV. Let's hear it, Player 2. Good. Back on the plus side. Player 2, make a selection, please, as we continue. In a Botticelli painting, Zephyrus, the west wind, is blowing this full-figured newborn to shore. Here's what we were looking for. Venus. Player 2, pick again. This god of earthquakes called Rhea Mom and spent a lot of time in the water. Okay, Player 2. That's correct. You again, Player 2. And the other daily double. You're in second place, so what is your wager going to be?
The only bid,
So,
500.
answer this. In Wagner's Ring Cycle, this Norse god is known as Donner. Yes. Select again. The Pinyin system for writing this language in the English alphabet was officially adopted January 1st, 1979. Player 1?
Was Chinese.
You got it. Player 1. In French, Hier Henri m'aimait, yesterday Henry loved me, is an example of this flawed past tense. Okay, player 3.
Well, I'm running away with it
Here's
anyway.
the $2,000 clue. Douglas Hyde, also known as Ancreven Even, fought to preserve this language and founded a league of the same name. The correct response is Gaelic.
Gaelic. Okay.
Good.
Well,
game.
as long as I manage to beat them
We return.
and blow them out, I'm fine with it.
Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the category, shall we? Authors.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
What's your wager?
We're not going to even touch this one.
And the
I have
clue
this
reads,
thing won anyway.
chapters in a 1914 novel by this author include Jungle Battles, His Own Kind, and The Call of the Primitive.
I'm going to go with Rudyard Kipling. I don't know.
What did you say? And that will lose you. And your response? And that correct response will add.
So $16,600. We're going to add $25,000 on top of it.
And that,
So he ends up with $41,600.
this makes you our new champion, player 1.
All right, Spencer, I'm happy to say
Good game. Thank you so much for playing.
that you earned $306,520 for this birthday special. You can use it for any run you want to use it for. Okay, guys. Well, this is Rodney1279 signing off, saying be safe, be careful, take care of everybody, and enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Later, y'all.